change so much scheme-wise each week. How hard is that for kids to adjust to? And when it's a 3-high safety look, then a four-man front. How difficult is that?
Well, there's two ways of looking at it. At least they know we're trying to put them in positions to be successful. So, the old thing of having hope. Sometimes they can hang a hat on, we're doing this, so it would give us an advantage and whatnot. A lot of times it does, sometimes it doesn't. If you can't execute, obviously it doesn't. It's not comfortable or it's not easy for the coaches at all. I'm confessing that to go and reinvent the wheel every week, but I think that we're trying to put our guys in position the best we can, and then because of lack of availability, I'm not going to be talking about injuries, so I'm going to say lack of availability of guys. So you sometimes you got to try to mix and match, and again, a big part of it is just you don't want to put somebody in a position where they're not going to be able to be successful. So it's harder on coaches. A lot more work, a lot more hours, a lot more times taking things. I know I spent, I kind of kept a little bit of track of it. I spent at least 6 hours last week just working on the coverage that we used versus their 21 and 12 personnel. So I mean, that's 6 hours of my life that went on that. So anyway.
Nick, last week you said that you didn't think you could do what teams that have stopped Kansas State have done. That didn't deter you, though?
Well, we didn't do exactly that. We were probably a little bit more aggressive than what they probably anticipated we might be. We knew that to be successful, we were going to have to stop the run, and I think their quarterback got out on us a few more times than we really wanted to. But, sometimes you can't. Some of those are the pass rush flushed him, and some of them was he didn't get his number one read first, and so it was kind of a lot of both. We stopped the run, and that was that's a paramount thing. I think if you can't stop the run, then you really have you struggle to stop anything. We didn't like giving up that long pass to start the game, and there was a few other passes that we need to play better. But again, it's what can your guys do versus their guys. So we felt like we had a chance to cover. Since they had some guys hurt at receiver, that we had a chance to match up and cover man, which enabled us to put more guys in the box. And we had Coach Leslie and Coach Seiler did a really good job, I think, of dissecting their running game and presenting some really good ideas to stop their power and to stop the cutback, which they really like to do. And then we researched a bunch of stuff, talked to a bunch of people that had played North Dakota State for years and what they had found. And so, there was a little bit of work went into it, but that's our job. That's what you're supposed to do. So.
We're talking all 22 sort of tennis match. You're talking about stopping a run. You're facing a pretty good running back.
Yeah, he's pretty salty pretty scrappy little player.
What's stopping the run against them?
Well, not anybody. That's why he's leading the nation. So. It's going to be a great challenge for our guys. Schematically, they do a fantastic job. They always have. Regardless of who Mike's had as an offensive coordinator, they've always been a premier offensive team. They've had great players, and their scheme's really good. And you put those two things together, it's really difficult.
Sorry, without seeing the all 22, it's kind of hard to tell what broke down on that third play.
Oh, I know exactly what broke down. Yeah. So, we just got to do a better job of doing what we're supposed to do. So, anyway. Yeah, it was just like, come on. You know what? To our players' defense, We didn't just go on the sideline and lose our mind this week like we did the week before when we gave up the big play the week before. The reason we gave it up went over and made things a big drama, and Keith did a good job. And let's move on. It happens. If you're going to play corner, you're going to get beat sometimes. That's the way it is, especially if you're in any type of man-type coverage where you're covering a guy in an area or where you're covering a guy over the field. So he did a good job, and everybody did a good job. Players did way better, and I think they were better focused. For whatever reason, the week before, I the life of me can't understand why we still go back to that. And I talked to the defensive guys for a minute yesterday. Told them I appreciated that we had talked on Friday night. There was 3 things we wanted to do, and be smarter in K-State, and they believe that they're smarter than everybody. Being a K-State grad, no, I'm joking about that, but we wanted to execute better than they did. We wanted to be tougher than them, and which more physical, and I think we were equal at least. And then we wanted to want it more, and it seemed to me a little bit. I think they wanted it, but I think our guys stepped up and probably played at a level that maybe some of them hadn't played before. We had D linemen play 80-something snaps. That's crazy, and that's some courage right there. And so I told them that, and then I told them that the first sign of insanity is to do the same thing and expect different results. Well, 2 weeks ago after the Baylor game, maybe I didn't drive them as hard, or maybe I wasn't like on their tail as hard, and so I said, I made that mistake, and I'm not going to make that mistake again. So I said, so we're going to hold you accountable for every inch, for every eye discipline, for everything, and it's my fault. I guess if that's the mistake that was made, I'll take it. So anyway.
You mentioned him, but what makes Hubbard so hard to stop?
Strength, speed, balance. Got a really good burst. He finds the hole, and he's really got good vision. They do a lot of things where they just hand him the ball, and you got 6 guys. And if they had the tight end in there, they got 7 or 8 gaps, and he seems like he finds them. And when he goes, he's gonna get from here to open. He's going to get from what we call it in a phone booth. If the phone booth opens, he's going to get through that phone booth before you can close it, because he's got that kind of speed. And once he breaks into the secondary, I don't know that we got anybody that's going to be able to run faster than him. So we got to use great angles, and we got to be flawless in our support angles.
I think with Norwood not available, Martin gets thrust back into that starting role at free safety. As far as growth goes, what have you seen out of Carey this year? It seems like there's been some good, been some bad, maybe been some in the middle.
Well, typical of a first-year player. I think there's a lot of things that he's got to get better at, and so I'm not going to make excuses for the things he doesn't do well. Probably as hard as anybody. I mean, I've been as hard on him to do the basic things, as hard on him as I have him and Mahone, probably the most, because I know that those guys are moving down the road, down the future, and I think that they're like sponges a little bit, that they'll absorb it, and it's important to them. Some guys that you coach, and you all know people like this in your walks of life, I think. For some people, you can tell them stuff, and it goes in one ear and out the other, and you're just kind of wasting your time. Those 2 guys really sponge things. Carey's still going to remember things we haven't run since the first week of the season. So I have to call. If I put something in, I'm going to call it something different. Well, I can't call it something different because he remembers it. So he's going to be better and better and better and better. And he is somewhat his own worst enemy, and it's just like a lot of young guys. Tyke's in the same boat with this, is when they relax a little bit. I mean, it's hard to be used to this many weeks in a row being on the squeeze and doing everything right. And I think Carey's got a willingness, though, I think he really wants to do right, really wants to be right, and there's a lot of things that he can do to continue to get better. So you asked a specific question, and I know I went around it and went real broad. I mean, he's getting better at everything. He's got to tackle better. Tackling is probably his weakest thing that he does, and here we're fixing to play a running team. Tackling is what Norwood did best. And the rest of the stuff kind of waned out. So, we'll do the best we can, and he's got to have a great game. Free safety's got to make a lot of plays. All safeties in this package have always had to be the players. Always will be. So.
Norwood's play is good.
Go ahead. Yeah, you went first last time. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Norwood, though, intelligent.
That play that he made.
A fantastic play. And actually, that was corner's play. We had two on the curl. Sean Mahone did a great job rolling the curl, and the corner's got to come off. And really, when the quarterback threw the ball, he was reading the corner. And Josh made a fantastic play. And, you want to say he sacrificed his body, that would not be inaccurate to say that.
Maybe the last play?
On Norwood, here's a kid that Ohio State to here, safety, cornerback, gave a couple of games to targeting. I mean, plays that hard. I mean, what can you say about a kid like that to have his career end like that?
Well, how much you want me to go into it? I don't think we got time. Here's what you don't
As
know.
long as 1 minute takes.
Well, here's what you don't know about. I saw Josh Norwood play as a junior in high school, senior in high school. Thought he was potentially a guy that we would like at Troy. Wasn't 100% sold on him because he's undersized, didn't know what he would play because he's under speed a little bit. I was shocked that Ohio State took him. I don't exactly know what all happened there, and I'm just being candid. I love the coach there at Valdosta. The Rodemaker is a great guy, does a great job with those guys. Josh has got some what they called around here dog in him. He's aggressive, and he likes to come downhill. He plays like like we need all our guys to play like, except for the other parts where but he's also a wild card, not always in the right spot, not always in the right spot. So you just you get what you get what you got. So he's had a tumultuous college career, and I'll help him any way that I possibly can because he really wants to be good at something. And I think being good and being the best, I think, is important to him, whatever he decides he's going to be in.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
All right.